Welcome to the beginning of Gen Chem 1. The best place for us to start is probably just by defining what chemistry is, which I know is where pretty much everyone starts a chemistry class, and it always feels very weird and boring when we do this, but I promise it's for a good cause. Um, you should know, I guess, a little bit about what you're getting into, and then why we end up doing some of the types of problems that we do. So, when we study chemistry, we are studying the behavior of matter, and we do this by studying how atoms and molecules interact, behave, all of these things, because atoms and molecules are what make up matter. I also always love to show this XKCD comic because it really hits home that all of these fields are interrelated, and it also explains why we're in a chemistry class, but occasionally it feels like you're doing physics problems. So this comic is fields arranged by purity, and if you start at the far left, there's sociology, and then just behind sociology, we have the psychologist saying sociology is just applied psychology. And the biologist wants to remind you that psychology is just applied biology. Well, we're next where biology is just applied chemistry. So those two are interrelated, but chemistry is just applied physics. So a lot of our problems are going to look like physics. And then underlying it all the way to the far right, obviously the purest field are the mathematicians. We're going to have to do some math to get through all of these chemistry problems. Throughout this process, you will also deal with the scientific method, and this is probably something that you have seen in other science courses, except that the image might look a little bit different. And if you're looking at a different textbook, you'll see a different picture. But what you should notice is that this is an iterative process, that also it's not the start at the beginning, move from left to right, specific things in order every time. That was maybe how the scientific method was introduced to you really early on in your other science classes. So it's part of why we'll see some theories introduced that have important information that we want to get from them. But then the next piece that we learn maybe disproves some of the stuff that we were applying before. So I'll always do my best to be clear and explain like when something was from and why we're applying it still. And then as we move up into more complicated things, how we're building on previous knowledge and then where we're going to go with it.